Hello gamers, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Let's Play Morrowind. Last time we had just joined the Dunmer Temple, and we are now a member of the faction. You can find it here in our faction screen. We were joined the Blades, the Temple, and the Fighters Guild. So we are layman in the Temple. We're going to hold off on the Fighters Guild quests for now because as I mentioned in the previous video, the lady mentioned that we wouldn't have any trouble with the Thieves Guild killing off those there were people that we had to kill off near Caldera, and they were Thieves Guild. And she said we wouldn't have problem with the Thieves Guild, but she didn't say anything about the Telvanni, and they are Telvanni agents, so I'm afraid that that may limit my chances to join the Telvanni if I do that. It probably doesn't, but just in case, we're going to put that one off for now until we pick a great house to join, or until somebody confirms to me that doing that won't damage your chances of joining House Telvanni. So we're going to be sticking with the temple quest now, and maybe a couple of miscellaneous stuff. We got the Pilgrim's Path, which in our quest log, Feldrello Sadri gave me a copy of the Pilgrim's Path and asked me to make the pilgrimage of the Seven Graces. So the pilgrimages of the Seven Graces are detailed in the Pilgrim's Path, so we're going to read that in just a minute. But first things first, we are going to check out the spells around here.
The freshest ingredients in town.
Now this guy sells ingredients and potions. Somebody around here sells spells, and I'm sure somebody else must sell scrolls as well, which may be useful.
I couldn't feel that, Guar. Those boots are ruined.
He has scrolls, which are nice because you don't have to worry about the spell failing. Save you intervention. So that'll, if I use those scrolls, that'll bring me back to the temple. It's only usable once though, scrolls. Just as they always have been. And I think I'm going to grab both of them. It's going to be kind of pricey, but I think it'll be worth it in case of an emergency, or just in case that I need to go somewhere. I take you to the closest temple, so it doesn't take you to whichever one you want, but let's see, 125, come on. Yes. So, let's get some rest. And now that we're fully healed, let's go around and sell a few of these extra items I don't need. They're weighing me down too. And I can't remember if Oblivion and Skyrim are... I know Skyrim's not the same way, but in Oblivion, do you run faster if you carry less things? I know that the armor you wear has an effect on your running speed, but does your carry weight also have an effect? I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure in Morrowind it does. So if I sell a few things, get lighter, I should, in theory, be able to run a little faster. I'm feeling a little slower now.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Speaking of which, well, I wasn't actually speaking of this, but I want to know, how close am I to leveling? Oh, wow. Okay, we got a long way to go. Nope, not there. I don't know why I keep hearing these dog sounds. You guys hearing that? Ravir, the trader. Oh, you guys get to meet Ravir. Here he is. Khajiit, like I said.
Something?
Yes, I do. I want barter. Me want barter. Miner's pick, we do not need that at all. Nor do we need these clothes, weighing us down. 159 is still kind of heavy. Flight. I'm tempted to sell these because they sell really well, but they're also kind of fun. So I think I'm gonna keep them because they can be a lot of fun to use. I'm tempted to sell this sword. One of them anyway. I mean, I don't know if I really need two. This one's pretty heavy. I guess the spark sword's better, huh? I just really like the way the saber looks. Guess I'll sell the saber. It's a shame. I got a lot of ingredients. That's weighing me down a bit. Oh, do you have any lanterns? No candle. Lantern glass. But is that an actual lantern or just a lantern thing? Give me 18 gold for all this stuff, man. Come on. What a ripoff. What a cutthroat. You want to buy Ravier's famous Daedric weapons? Do I? Let's see. They're okay. I don't have money for that kind of stuff, dude. The Demon Tonto. That's kind of cool. I know it's a short blade, but... Okay. I don't think I need a new weapon just yet. In fact, we have a new weapon. Okay, so what's next? Let's see. So Morrowind has this cool, or I guess not cool, depending on how you look at it, feature where you can put stuff down and it'll stay there forever.
You want something. All right, I'm listening.
So because the, I guess, what's it called? The cells don't respawn or reset. So since I'm a member of the Fighters Guild, I'll probably move these to the Mages Guild later, but since I'm a member of the Fighters Guild right now, I am going to deposit some items right in here. Some of these ingredients that I don't really need to use. Oh, come on. I don't have an alchemy set yet, so these are basically just weighing me down for no reason now. At least the heavy ones I'm going to put down. That one too. I think that'll do it. Okay, that's good for now. So when we come back, these should still be there, and they should be fine. So let's read the Pilgrim's Path. At least the... I don't know if I mean, I guess I could read the whole thing. And then we'll probably have to reread as we go through it, because I won't remember everything. Just get a drink before I take on this reading challenge. Whoa, that's... Whoa. Oh, never mind. I'm being stupid. Sorry. Okay. I thought I was actually scrolling down, but I am changing pages. I thought it was some sort of new mod feature or something. Anyway, the Pilgrim's Path. The pilgrim must visit each of the shrines of the seven graces. At each site, the pilgrim must stand before the three-sided stone triolith and read the inscription. To ease the pilgrim's task, the temple has made this list of shrines along with the directions and advice to pilgrims. These blessings, the blessings of each shrine last at least a half day. The Fields of Kummu, Shrine of Humility. Here Lord Vivec met a poor farmer whose gwar had died. The farmer could not harvest his muck without his gwar, and he could not provide for his family or his village. So the Lord Vivec removed his fine clothes and toiled in the fields like a beast of burden until the crop was harvested. It is at the Fields of Kummu we go to pray for the same humility Lord Vivec showed on that day. The Fields of Kummu are west of the Suran, on the north shore of Lake Amaya. As you head towards Pelagayad, the shrine is between two rocks and most easily noticed while traveling east along the road. Alof's farm nearby has a small dock on the north bank of Lake Amaya. This is the only dock nearby which Alof kindly allows servants of the temple to use. It is customary to leave a portion of muck at the shrine to represent Vivec's humility. That's probably going to be our first stop. So, moving on. To stop the moon, the Shrine of Daring. When Sheogorath rebelled against the tribunal, he tricked the moon, Bar Dao, into forsaking its appointed path through oblivion. The mad star inspired the moon to hurl itself upon Vivec's new city, which Sheogorath claimed was built in mockery of the heavens. When Vivec learned of Sheogorath's scheme, he froze the rogue moon in the sky with a single gesture and the grace of his countenance. Overwhelmed by the courage and daring of Vivec, the moon Bar Dao swore itself to the eternal service of the tribunal and all its works. Thus the moon now stands guard over the palace and serves as a citadel of the temple's ordinators. This is actually a really cool story because you can actually go to Vivec's city, rightfully named Vivec, and you can see the moon, and they use it there, so it's pretty cool. The Shrine of Daring is found in the city of Vivec in the Temple District, along the western wall of the High Fane, the great temple of Vardenfell. When you address the shrine, it is customary to leave behind a potion of rising force. Suitable potions may be purchased from the temple. Homemade potions are not acceptable. I always like that. The Palace, Shrine of Generosity. Long after Lord Nerevar and the tribunal triumphed over Dagoth-Ur, the people, and if you don't know who these guys are, I'll explain more of it later. Just know that Lord Nerevar and Dagoth-Ur are sort of important names, so just keep them in the back of your mind for now. The people wished to build a monument to the heroes of that war. Vivec thanked them, but said that it would be better to dedicate a monument not only to the glorious heroes, but to all people, great and small, who suffered and died in the war. It became the custom to make offerings here, either in thanks of our good fortune or for those less fortunate. The Shrine of Generosity is on the top steps of Vivec's palace, the southernmost canton of Vivec city. The customary donation for those in good fortune is 100 gold. The Puzzle Canal, the Shrine of Courtesy. In a battle with Mehrunes Dagon, Vivec gave his own silvered longsword to the Daedra Lord rather than dishonor himself by fighting an unarmed foe. I always loved that little bit. It's just so cool. This so impressed the Dremora, the most honorable and chivalrous of Mehrunes Dagon's Daedric servants, that they now share a bond of respect and courtesy with the followers of the tribunal, though we must never forget that they are our enemies. The Shrine of Courtesy is found in the heart of the Puzzle Canal, a labyrinth beneath Lord Vivec's palace in the city of Vivec. The journey through the Puzzle Canal can be confusing, and it is suggested that common pilgrims carry a scroll of Almsivi intervention in case they get lost. The Dremora Krazd is found in the center of the Puzzle Canal and will accept a plain silver longsword if spoken to with courtesy. After Krazd accepts the sword, pilgrims must read the inscription on the triolith. The Mask of Vivec, Shrine of Justice. This one's also... all of these are actually like really cool little short stories. Near the altar is Vivec's ash mask. In the days of fire, when Dagoth-Ur first crept back into Red Mountain and awakened it, Vivec led refugees here as they fled the ash and blight. Weary, they rested for a while. When Vivec awoke, he found himself and all his followers encased in casques of grey ash. Frozen like a sleeping statue and unable to free himself of or help his people, Vivec was filled with despair. Vivec's tears weakened his ash caste. He tore the ash from his perished followers, breathed life into their lungs, and cured them of the blight. This is Vivec's heroism. His tender heart provides strength when his might fails. Such a cool story. The Shrine of Justice is guarded within the Nisis Temple in the village of Nisis, northwest by road from the town of Aldrun. We actually saw some of the signs going over there, if you remember. When you address the shrine, it is customary to leave a potion of cure common disease as a token of your respect for justice. Suitable potions may be purchased from the temple. Homemade potions are not acceptable. The Koal Cave, the Shrine of Valor. Within the Koal Cave, Vivec fought a battle with Ruddy Man, the father of the Drow. I don't know how to pronounce that. Drow? When he defeated Ruddy Man, Vivec spared his life on the condition that Ruddy Man and his children would give up their tough hides to serve as armor for the Dunmer. The Shrine of Valor is inside the Koal Cave, a cavern on the sea coast, west of the ancient stronghold Barandas and south of Nisis. The cave mouth faces south towards the sea and is marked by a large natural arc of stone. The region is wilderness, and finding the cave mouth can be difficult. Drow within the cave itself are fearsome enemies. Only experienced and capable adventurers should attempt to reenact the epic battle with the Drow in the cave. Drow wax may be bought at the temple in Nisis. When you address the shrine, it is customary to leave a portion of Drow wax as a token of Vivec's victorious struggle with Ruddy Man. Drow wax is expensive, so we are definitely going to try to beat our Drow ourselves. And that may require a few level ups, I don't know. And I believe the Ghost Fence is the last one, yes. The Ghost Fence, the Shrine of Pride. And you guys know I love the Ghost Fence, so. The Ghost Fence is a lasting symbol of the indomitable will and power of the Amsavi. And a monument to Dunmer pride in overcoming its enemies. The Shrine of Pride is found within the Ghost Fence, just northeast of the Ghost Gate itself. The safest route to Ghost Gate is along the Foyada Mamaya. Am I saying that right? Foyada Mamaya? Mamaya? A volcanic ravine running through the top of Red Mountain southwest to its end just below Balmora. An old Dwemer bridge crosses the Foyada near Fort Moonmoth. A pilgrim may follow the Foyada Mamaya all the way to the Ghost Gate. Any journey inside the Ghost Fence is dangerous, but even the most timid pilgrim should be safe, so long as he does not stray too far from the Ghost Gate and flees from any minions of Dagoth-Ur. Ooh. And there's that name again, Dagoth-Ur, remember that, guys. When you address the shrine, it is customary to leave a soul gem in remembrance of our ancestors who were bound to the tribunal's service. And that concludes my reading of the Pilgrim's Path. So, let me pop this back up actually. Our first thing is we're going to go to the Fields of Kummu. And from there I'm thinking going to, more or less we're going to go in order. Because you've got the Stop the Moon, the Shrine of Daring, the Shrine of Generosity, and the Shrine of Courtesy are all in Vivec City. So we're going to go there, and then we got to head, which is south, and then we got to head north to Nisis. That's where this one was, right? Yeah, Nisis, and then from there we can go to the Koal Cave. And then the Ghost Gate we're going to leave for the last because that one is can be pretty dangerous and treacherous journey. So, plus I just think I think the dynamic works. If you go in order, you start out sort of with the easier ones, and then the harder ones are more dramatic, so you get those later. Just think it works. So I think we're pretty much ready to head out. I don't think that we need to buy anything. We've got a couple potions in hand. Some restore fatigue, a couple restore health. And we've got ourselves some scrolls in case we get into trouble. So hopefully we'll be able to... 106 gold. It's not bad. Hopefully we'll be able to make it okay. I want to actually pick up that book one more time. The Fields of Kummu are west of Suran on the north shore of Lake Amaya as you head towards Pelagayad. So let's go to Pelagayad and work our way from there. To get to Pelagayad, we have to head south from Balmora, exit south. And it looks like we're doing okay on time. I remembered to time the video this time, so yay me. We could take the Salt Strider to Suran, but we only got about 100 gold. I'm not looking to spend a lot on this journey because we do have to buy those potions, as the book said. Homemade potions are not acceptable, and we have to do that twice. So those potions are pretty cheap if I remember correctly, but no sense in wasting money. Pretty sure we can walk there just fine, and might be more entertaining to watch. I'm thinking after we get to the Fields of Kummu, we may stop at Suran for a little bit. I think that's pretty much on the path to Vivec City. So, oh, and if you guys haven't played this, I envy you the chance to see Vivec for the first time again. It's an awesome city, especially if you've played the other Elder Scrolls games like Oblivion and Skyrim, because I really don't think there's any other cities like it in those games. Vivec is pretty unique, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. So, Pelagayad. There's Fort, I believe this is Moonmoth. Fort Moonmoth. And we actually need to come to Fort Moonmoth. If you remember, there's the Legion Captain, I believe, is his rank. I'm really bad with military ranks. I think his name was Larius Varo. Remember, we heard a rumor about some people down in Balmora sort of being a little corrupt, and this guy wanted to stop corruption. Heard a rumor about that, so we need to pay him a visit one of these days. But for now, we're just gonna head over to Pelagayad. And this is the Foyada Mamea, if I'm saying that right. Let's do a quick save, because I see a Nyx Hound. And I'm thinking we can maybe try to sneak up on him. Actually, let's use 30 seconds. Let's use command. Wow, that's a new sound effect, and it's kind of loud. I never used that before in the overhaul. I wasn't expecting it to be that loud. So we can sneak up on these guys. With Chameleon, it makes it a lot easier. Oh, but we missed. Otherwise, that would have been a sneak attack. Now this one's best attack is the slash. Actually, the thrust is 4 to 16. That's kind of cool. So Chameleon basically makes it. I don't think you don't get a visible change, but oh. Okay. Chameleon basically makes it so that you blend into your surroundings better, making you harder to see. So if you put on a Chameleon spell and sneak, you're basically harder to see. It's like invisibility, but there's a percentage, whereas invisibility just makes you invisible, Chameleon makes you 10% invisible. So you're still 90% visible. And the difference is invisibility, once you perform an action, it cancels the spell effect. And Chameleon, you can do whatever you want while you're in Chameleon form. So getting 100% Chameleon is much better than getting invisibility, because you can actually do stuff like attack or steal or whatever you want to do. I hope those sound effects aren't too loud. I feel like they are, and I don't think I can edit sound on Windows Media. Windows Movie Maker. Heavy armor increased to 6, right on. Okay, no more Chameleon, that really drains my magicka. But that's illusion, so we definitely want to get that up. Oh, we have Sanctuary, that's illusion? Okay. Sanctuary is, I need to pull out my Morrowind manual. Sanctuary is, your ability to dodge attacks, I believe, and shield is your ability to take attacks, like your armor rating. Mount Kand? That's weird. I don't remember that sign ever being there. Weird. Suran is that way. Pelagite is this way. So I'm thinking... Here's the lake. Oh, the Fields of Kummu up here on the map. Huh. That's weird. I don't remember ever seeing that before. And here I was talking in one of my earlier episodes how Morrowind doesn't give you map markers. That's weird. Maybe it's a mod. Or maybe I just never noticed. Well, at least you don't have a compass and map markers on the compass. So you still kind of have to know where you're going. Oh, cork club. Cork bulb. Ugh. Cornberry. And some stone flower petals. Is this the lake right over here? Wow, that's pretty. We're close to the Fields of Kummu. And then we can just follow the road, I guess, to Suran. Park ourselves there to rest up. Rest is very important in Morrowind. You don't want to be caught unrested because, as you can see, like my magic is not going to go back up unless I rest. My fatigue, my health. Well, fatigue does go back up, but... and you can rest out here, you know, I could. And 80% of the time nothing will happen, but sometimes you might get attacked. You might be in trouble. So there's a shrine, but we need some muck to leave as an offering. Here's a pilgrim. Let's give him a chat. I don't know you, what do you want? Not a friendly pilgrim, are you? Background? I'm a pilgrim. I am Pilgrim, pilgrim. Oh, that's like his name, and that's his profession. I'm a pilgrim. I search for enlightenment and hope to purify my soul through facing and overcoming the challenges of pilgrimages that reenact the tests and trials of gods, saints, and heroes. I visit the shrines and make devotions everywhere I travel, in village temple shrines and the high fane of Vivec, or the remote shrines scattered all over Vardenfell. Sounds good. Any rumors? Have you noticed, for all its proclamations about protecting the rights of property and preserving law and order, the Imperial Legion does little enough to capture and prosecute abolitionists? That's a little hypocritical, don't you think? I feel like I've read that in this playthrough already. Willow flower. I feel like I'm desecrating the shrine here. Fields of Kummu shrine. And there's Lord Vivec himself. There's a beast of burden, a poor farmer who could not harvest muck sponge after his squaw died. So one thing you probably might have noticed is, and if you've already played this game, this is completely redundant maybe, but like there are some places that are named after people. Like Lord Vivec is an actual person, and he's an actual Dunmer, and Vivec, the city, is named after him. And another figure that the Pilgrim's Path book spoke of, Dagoth is an actual person, and the mountain, remember Red Mountain? I told you guys it was also sometimes referred to as Dagoth So it can be a little confusing, but hopefully you guys will be able to follow. So there's some muck on that little island. Oh. And we are gonna water walk. Yay, water walking! That's weird, I can't jump. Is that a, oh, now I can, okay. Must be sneaking. Okay. Muck sponge. Where'd it go? Muck. Drain intelligence. Yay! Let's gather. Another thing I never remember about Morrowind, I always have to look it up again. Maybe you guys can look it up for me this time. Do things grow back? I feel like they do, but I don't remember. They might not. I really can't recall. Oh. Nice, 2 crab meat. I like the splashy sound. So let's put down our offering here at the shrine, and that'll be 1 out of 7 pilgrimages complete. Would you like to donate muck and ask for a blessing? Yes, I would. The grace of humility. Thank you for your humility, Lord Vivec. I shall neither strut nor preen in vanity, but shall know and give thanks for my place in the greater world. I made the pilgrimage to the Fields of Kummu and read the grace of humility. Good stuff. And I think I'm going to cut this video here because it's getting a little lengthy. And next video, we will head over to Saran, and from there, find our way to Vivec City, sort of the jewel of Vardenfell. I'm excited to show you guys that. Hopefully I can give you a decent tour of that city as well. It's going to be lots of fun. We're going to get 3 pilgrimages done there, I believe. And then we'll move on to the northern parts of Vardenfell, which we haven't really been to. We've been in these uncovered sectors. Started over here in Seydanine and moved up to Balmora, Caldera, Alderun, and now we're going to go to Vivec and back out north. And we haven't even touched this side, so lots to do, guys. So thanks, as always, thanks for watching. If you like my videos, go ahead and hit the like button for me. If you want to see more, subscribe. I will definitely be putting more Morrowind videos up and more other games soon too. And leave me comments, leave me feedback as to if you like what I'm doing, if you have any questions, just let me know. And thanks for watching again, and see you next time.